Sorry, that was my belly. Okay, here we go. It's very exciting. Hi, thank you for joining. What's up? Sean Riley, Concepcion. I'm drinking a vanilla Coke. It's such a like old-timey thing. Sorry, that's my hesitance to close the tab for Grace, but I'm going to. I don't feel like attempting Jeff Buckley tonight. Oh wow, this is. I'm gonna just play some sonatas, I think. Oh, let me do a sound check because the last time I recorded this, there was no audio. So I'm gonna retell the story that I told last time about this piece. I'll also put the link below. So I was listening to a podcast about this sonata, and apparently Haydn, Joseph Haydn. So in hold on. Okay. I'm gonna go back to playing the piece in a minute. But so this podcast called The Piano Histories, great podcast. You should definitely listen to it. I was taking myself really serious the other day listening to it at like the hot tub like spa thing at my kids' like practice, like because like they have the swim practice and then there's like this massive like hot tub, right? So I'm listening to this thing and well, I don't want to tell the story. It's funny though. It's like kind of Pepe Le Pew. It's too long and I'm too tired. So anyway, I'm listening to this podcast and I've been trying to play Beethoven's Sonata Opus number 2 or Opus 2 number 1. And so like anything I attempt, I went all the way back to the beginning. And so whether it's a new musician or band or like I always start at the beginning. So I went, I looked for his Sonata Opus number 1 and I couldn't find it. And I was like, well, what's up with that? Why can't I find the first one? Why does it start with number 2? And so in the notes of this book of his 32 sonatas, it says that a little note about number 1. And this lady's podcast, The Piano Histories, went into really give a really in-depth discussion about it. What was really weird about the Piano Histories, though, is that both her discussion of Schubert and Beethoven revolves around the French Revolution, and it's really weird being obsessed with music right now during this time, and then on top of that, playing musicians who were composing during the French Revolution and then listening to a historian tell the story about these pieces that I'm trying to learn. It's just very like, it's very like meta, I guess. That's not, I don't think, I don't know what the right word for it is. But so, in her discussion, she said that what happened was in the first 3 sonatas, Beethoven was a student of Haydn's, and Haydn said like, hey, Beethoven, you know, it was an expectation that if you were a student on your pieces that you were presenting, you would say student of so-and-so. And so Beethoven didn't write that on his sonatas, and well, Haydn was like pissy about it. And so Beethoven's public response, very public response that I've heard and read multiple places was that, you know, he didn't really learn much from Haydn. And now I really like this podcast discussion though, that she really presented it in a human way. And she said, well, Haydn was grieving Mozart at the time. So who was, I guess, I don't know if he was his mentor or if they were just close peers and friends. So he probably wasn't the greatest teacher at the moment. Anyway, the part that's really interesting about it is, so Beethoven refused to dedicate his sonata to Haydn. And so he goes to present this piece. No, the three sonatas, were not even dedicated to it, but like to say that he was a student of Haydn's, right? And so he goes to present the piece to like the big court. I don't know which one. I don't know all those details. They just go in one ear and out the other for me. It's just a bunch of important people, I guess, and for the time. And so Beethoven's presenting himself, his debut, right? And Haydn is there as his like teacher who insisted, like, why are you not saying I'm your teacher, right? And so Beethoven plays these pieces, I guess, or this piece. I'm not sure if it was all three or just the one. And at the end, Haydn says in front of everybody, he says, like, basically, like, he could have, like, a big fat meh, like, meh, he tried, like, which is, like, the worst thing he could have said. So the irony and the weird part and the thing that, like, had my brain spinning was, why would Beethoven then, in his next sonata, dedicate it to Haydn, which he does. So, there's that. So without further ado, I'm going to just play some music tonight, some classical. I started off with a classical piece. If you know what it is, go ahead and tag it in the comments or name it in the comments. Do you want me to play it again? Wait, can you guys hear me? Because I touched the phone. And sometimes when I touch the phone... Okay, go. Sometimes when I touch the phone, it like... never mind. Hold on. Oh, it's not an A. I'm sorry. I'm thinking the wrong thing. Hi. Oh, wait. All right, that's about all I got for Beethoven. Beethoven is hard. State the obvious, right? All right, I'm losing my my spark. What's that Tori Amos line? 4 a.m. Do you know where your spark is? Here, here, here. Say you don't want it again and again, but you don't really mean it. Don't really mean. No, I want to play that. Hi, good evening. Was just looking up a tab. She's addicted to nicotine patches. She's addicted to nicotine patches. She's afraid of the light in the dark. 6:58, are you sure where my spark is? Here, here. Okay, that's exciting. I'm not gonna play it now though. right, that's my cue. I'm off to bed. Good night. Oh, thank you. I think. Sweet dreams, everybody.